Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. If you guys have been following any of the crazy situations over in the UK at the moment, they are really concerning. One of which I could not believe for 1 second that this lady was actually arrested and charged for standing outside of an abortion clinic, and she wasn't saying anything out loud. She was thinking. And she was arrested and charged for doing that. Somehow she broke some sort of law. Maybe she broke the thought law somehow. Like, I don't even think that was a real thing, but nevertheless, this is 2024, a very dystopian world that we're currently living in. And they say that history is for present time. We should be looking at the present and looking at all of the crazy stuff that is happening and being very, very worried and concerned. Why is this stuff happening to not only a lot of Christians, who, by the way, is the most ridiculed and mocked religion in the world somehow, even though there's almost 3 billion of us, but the other religion, such as Islam, is not mocked and not ridiculed. Why is that? Because, well, they will attack and burn things to the ground if you criticize their belief system. But for Christians, we're taught to turn the other cheek. And to be honest, I don't think it's a good idea to mock God anyway. So by all means, have at it. See what happens after you decide to mock God. But nevertheless, the stuff that we are seeing over in the UK, it's appalling. And it just goes to show you that the UK or London as a whole, England, has fallen. At the moment, they are raising concerns about the mass immigration crisis that is going on. They're letting in so many immigrants into the country, and we're doing a similar thing here in Australia. It's crazy. Today, I heard on the news that I could not believe what I was hearing, but in Parliament, these numbskulls and dingbats said that it's not a good enough reason to reject a Hamas sympathizer application into the country. Let me say that again. It's not a good enough reason to reject a Hamas sympathizer, a terrorist sympathizer, into the country. We need a better reason than that to allow or to accept people, or to reject them, I should say, not coming into the country. So a good enough reason is saying these people are terrorist sympathizers. They sympathize with Hamas. So what is that telling you, dingbat politician? That maybe they're not on your side. Maybe they're on the side of the terrorists. And you want to be letting those people into the country? Wow. And you're saying that it's not a good enough reason to reject their application on the basis that they're a terrorist supporter. Okay, that is really concerning. These are the ones that are governing our country, and you've got similar people over in the UK. Similar politicians calling the ones that are against all this illegal immigration and the mass immigration. The immigrants apparently get everything. It's like here in Australia at the moment. If you're an immigrant and you're let in, you get everything. If your application is approved, and mind you, they apparently got strict rules before approving an application into this country. Yeah, sure. The opposition, the liberal opposition's going, no. And also, you can't begin to tell me the 2,300 applications you sent in, not one of them is a terrorist sympathizer. You can't give us that information. Oh, the processes were rather rigorous in, combing through their history. We made the right decision. Oh, we've rejected 7,200, but the 2,300 applications we've already approved. Oh, we can't say for certain whether or not there are terrorist sympathizers within that group. Are you kidding me? So you want Australia to be subjected to, God forbid, terrorist attacks because you've got terrorist sympathizers walking into the country that you stamped the approval on. Goodness me. And the ones that actually say enough is enough, no, or they put on social media, they need to get the hell out of the country, they're the ones that are arrested and charged. How does that work? That's what happened in the UK. A lady was, she said some things, rather vulgar things, I will admit, on Facebook, which she realized and deleted. She was then subsequently jailed for 20 months, but yet a person that decided to R-word a child, a 13-year-old child, was let off because that person didn't think that it was against the law to R-word a little child. But yet you can go to jail for 20 months. An innocent lady that, well, yeah, innocent because she didn't really do anything wrong. She said some vulgar things, but apparently that's a crime nowadays. And she's never been in trouble with the law. She's a upstanding citizen. And also she's the sole carer for her disabled husband. Jailed for 20 months because the judge thought it was a good idea to make a statement to the rest of the people, we're coming for you if you say anything against the Islamists or the terrorist sympathizers or anyone else that is coming through the country that you disagree with and you don't want them in the country. These people, the judges, the politicians, are part of the problem. The people are the ones that are fed up because they're the ones that have to pay the price quite significantly, like this lady did, for doing nothing. She was charged for standing outside an abortion clinic thinking. How is that even allowed to, you're not allowed to do that now. You're not allowed to stand outside of an abortion clinic and think and inside pray. Oh, God forbid that you do that. That's considered hateful now, and he can be charged. Jordan Peterson says, this is appalling beyond belief. I agree. How do you even comprehend the fact that she was charged and on what grounds? Welcome to progressive hell. Indistinguishable from actual hell. This is the future of the UK under Keir Starmer and authoritarians of compassion. Keir Starmer's UK at the moment, he's going, let's open the border even more. The Tories did a terrible job, but Keir Starmer's doing an even better job with letting them in. And in fact, if you are an actual Englishman, you're a far-right extremist and he's coming after you. Even if you are a peaceful individual, if you say these people are not allowed in the country, you're far-right, hateful individual. You don't deserve to be in the UK. You've got to be all accepting of these people, their religion, their beliefs, everything that comes along with them. They can take over everything, and they have said that they're going to do that. Islam will be the number one religion in the world. They want that to take place. And guess what? The people of the UK are going, we caused this. We are responsible because we were too soft, way too soft. Because these people were too soft and too lackadaisical and going, yeah, sure, why not? Let them in. It's all good. You have the police going after actual UK citizens for standing outside of an abortion clinic thinking. Here's the video.
Are you protesting?
No.
Are you here to pray for the lives of unborn children?
As I've mentioned to one of your colleagues before, I think that's a little bit of a leading question. No, I'm not, actually, today.
Can your actions be carried out elsewhere?
I'm not doing any actions. I'm just simply thinking silently in my head.
Okay, and why have you chosen this location to stand?
This is an abortion centre. I'm praying for those who've been hurt by abortion.
So, when I said before, are you here to pray for the lives of unborn children?
Yes.
You say yes.
I said no.
You said no.
I'm praying for those who've been hurt by abortion.
Hurt by abortion?
Yes, that's right.
Okay. So are you aware there's a public space protection order in place here?
Yes, I don't know if you know, but I have actually been arrested twice. I've gone to court and been acquitted for allegedly my silent prayers. I've actually received an email from the police telling me I'm allowed to be in this area. I don't know if you're familiar with that situation at all.
This is the exclusion area?
Yes, that's right. That's why I was arrested previously. So yes, I'm very much aware there's a PSPO in place.
Okay. And are you aware that you are breaching the public order protection order in place?
I'm not breaching it, no.
Will you move from here to outside of the exclusion zone?
I don't see any reason why I would need to do that for the reasons I've just explained to you.
Okay. So if not, why are you not willing to move outside the exclusion zone?
Because of what I've just said, because I don't think I need to move outside the exclusion zone. I've been to court over this.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to issue a fixed penalty notice now.
So what am I being issued a fixed penalty notice for?
Because I believe, and my colleague believes, that you're here to protest.
I've just told you I'm not protesting, I'm simply silently praying.
I can't help but notice, like, the policeman doesn't go, oh, you're just standing outside of an abortion clinic, you're thinking, okay, fair enough, walks past. No, asks more questions as if like this person has a personal bias and personal vendetta against this individual. And he's reading from goodness knows what he's reading from, but you don't need to arrest or charge a woman for standing outside doing nothing wrong, no harm whatsoever. Goodness me, mate, there's more crimes going on. Haven't you got anything better to do with your time? Clearly not. So he has to go after ladies that are standing outside of an abortion clinic thinking. Unreal. Elon Musk goes, it's 2030 in the UK and you're being executed for posting a meme. I'll go one better. You don't even have to post a meme. You just think about the meme and you can be arrested and executed later on. It's just, absolutely insane, man. All this stuff is insane. And it's coming to Australia. It already is in Australia. It's so problematic. It's really concerning. I'm getting sick of it. It's no wonder that people are actually rioting in the street and going, enough is enough. We've had enough. We've had enough of our young kids being R-worded by these immigrants that do not care about our rules or our, anything. They don't care. I've had enough. I'm sure many of you watching this, if you are in the UK, you've had enough too. You've seen all this crazy nonsense take place. That's why Tommy Robinson is so important, even though Piers Morgan doesn't seem to think so. But Piers Morgan will much rather platform the likes of Andrew Tate, who's a lot more controversial and actually is being accused of some very serious crimes. Tommy Robinson, on the other hand, nah. Done nothing wrong. But yet, according to Piers Morgan, he's the one that incites hatred and violence and all that sort of stuff. And look, I agree with Piers Morgan on a lot, but I very much disagree with him on how he's treating Tommy Robinson. So evidently, Tommy Robinson is good enough to be hosted by the likes of Jordan Peterson and many others, but he's not good enough to be hosted by the likes of Piers Morgan, who hosts the likes of Andrew Tate. That is a very telling thing, if you ask me. But anyway, my friends, that's enough from me. Just, if you are a Christian, continue to pray, because we're being persecuted like there's no tomorrow. Christ said this was going to happen, the end times. Anyway, you guys take care. You be blessed. And I'll see you all in the next video.